Hi, this is Dr. Friedlander, and in this lecture, we're going to talk about how to improve written expression and I would have to say that writing, whether it's a research paper, an essay, or even a sentence, is it's a very cognitive demanding task. And when you think about some of the things that a student would need to do or the skills they would need to write, you need to take into consideration that they need to be able to initiate the activity. They need to be able to maintain their attention. They also need to be able to either dictate or type or write, which may be a problem for certain students. They also have to be able to retrieve ideas or words, which can be especially difficult for students that may have difficulty or may have language-based learning disabilities. And then they also need to understand the rules of grammar, words, syntax, and punctuation. And they also need to be able to spell words correctly, which often gets in the way of them being able to write. And then they need to be able to organize their written content. So you can see that all these skills can be both difficult or a challenge for many students. So let's take a look at maybe some ways that assistive technology could possibly help these students. So let's break it down. So instead of handwriting, students can dictate or use speech recognition, and that's built into it could be built into Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Students who have need support for ideation might do well with word walls, or might even want to try mind mapping, as we have done in the classroom, to brainstorm ideas. In the area of spelling, students can certainly use spell checking that's built into a lot of the applications. But for students who have very challenged by spelling, they may want to try to use word prediction. And two popular word prediction applications are Co-Writer Universal, as well as Text Help has it built into Read and Write. And if you remember, the way that works is the student would begin to type, and as they type, words would be predicted. And so this can be a really helpful application for students with spelling challenges. In the area of organization, students could take a look at mind mapping to help organize ideas. Which can be great, or even outlining applications that you can find in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, which is really great. And then we also, some students might benefit from grammar supports. Some of you may be familiar with something like Grammarly, and Read and Write for Google Docs works really well. That they can use to check their writing, which can be really helpful. Also mentioned word banks. Word banks, like an application, Word Bank Universal, can be really helpful to help students generate ideas or pick ideas or words out from the word bank to help them both with ideation as well as spelling. So those can be really helpful. A lot of these tools are built in to Google Docs, or with an add-on like Text Help, Read and Write. Students can then access it with a subscription. So there is a lot of assistive technology that can be really helpful. Looking to the future, students will be also able to use audio recordings and then have it processed into editable text via transcription. Microsoft Word is able to do that right now online, and coming shortly will be a version that works with the desktop version of Microsoft Word. So students will be able to record audio, then upload the audio, and then output it as a text file. So these are just some ideas that where technology and assistive technology could help students improve writing.